Earl, thank you for taking some time with us this morning.
You're welcome.
Wanted to first, if you can share with folks a little bit of background on AMG.
Well, AMG got started about 40 years ago, and our primary task was to help our clients realize the opportunities they had in their career and the financial opportunities they had with regards to the resources they have, Trent. And that's resulted in a realization around $4 billion in assets that are being managed at the present time. Clients that have been with us, many of them well over 25 to 30 years. And it's been one of the most rewarding experiences I think we could have as a firm to help our clients figure out how to realize the financial potential that they possibly have in their careers, as well as the opportunities in front of them, and our opportunity to help them do that. It's been an incredible ride so far.
Yeah, great. As we know, AMG invests across all asset classes and have been investing in private equity for over 25 years. And obviously AMG has invested in lots of different industries and companies during that time frame. What prompted you and AMG to take an interest in geothermal and the Walker Ranch project in general?
Well, Walker Ranch itself is based in probably the largest geothermal resource in North America that's still undeveloped. And it's one of those areas that the Department of Energy looked at and did some preliminary work in, my goodness, maybe 30 plus years ago. And so having the history of the Department of Energy and what they found, and knowing that that was a huge resource in the geothermal area, if you were going to do the baseline electrical production facility, it seemed that geothermal made a lot of sense. And also the Raft River area in Walker Ranch was known, and there was a known resource. In fact, there's a facility there that's producing geothermal power at the present time on a base load basis. So it's not as if it's unknown. So it was a lower risk way of getting into the clean fuel alternative energy arena. So it was a relatively easy decision to get engaged and to try to get the leases and then try to move forward after we got the leases to see how we'd develop it and what we would do with regards to the resource. It's a real win-win, Trent. We've got several $1 million that we've already invested in it, and it'll take more to get to the final production stage. But in the United States at the present time, clean energy is a high priority.
Right.
In fact, you have close to 30 states that have some very difficult rules with regards to achieving clean energy as a percent of their total utility power, and we plan to be a part of that.
Great. As you know, as part of the Walker Ranch build-out, they're raising some EB5 funds.
Right.
Can you comment on how you think EB5 funds will complement what you're doing, if you think that's a reasonable partnership for Walker Ranch?
Well, it's a beautiful blend.
Yeah.
Is what happens is that it comes in as a intermittent source of funds to help you get to the completion stage of the power. And once you get to the completion stage, you have because of the uniqueness of the U.S. laws and tax laws here, you have a way in which other equity funds as well as other means of funding because of the tax laws comes in and helps then repay the EB5 money. So from a perspective of the EB5 investor, they have a chance to help us in this interim stage with up to a 4 to 5 year period of time, complete the project. And then once the project's completing, you have the more conventional financing that comes in that allows for it to be paid off. And it ends up being, from an interim perspective, a relatively low-risk source of financing. And as we like to say here, it's a win-win. It's a win for the folks in EB5 because it allows them to do something with their funds that they couldn't do in their own country. And here in the United States, it allows us to build out something that's going to significantly enhance the clean energy sources here that we have.
Great. Lastly, can you talk a little bit about how you think Walker Ranch will grow over time as an entity?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We have a resource that we've been told that if we can develop it as been suggested, which we plan to do, we may have as much as 150 to 200 megawatts of power. That's phenomenal. That is, that's a pretty good doggone good sized city that you have a chance to produce clean power with a 24-hour base load. Now it's going to take time, and we're probably talking about 10 to 15 years at a minimum, the totality of developing that out. But that's very exciting, and that's the kind of resource that we have. Now, it's going to take continual improvement in technology. It'll take continual improvement with regards to the facilities enhancements that we are doing and that we're finding is working with us over time. But as we do that and we build it out, I think we may have something of significant size that could be a game changer with regards to the geothermal industry.
Thank you so much, Earl.
You're welcome.